I'm going to start refining on the volute end here and draw in a sense of where the grooves, where the difference between the leaves will come, all converging on this little volute at the end, just as we did before. And then essentially we don't need to do too much work. I'm going to sort of scoot this around here like this, and another one here. So I get what I'm looking for is a bit of a groove, rather a bit of a ridge in between one leaf and the next. So between the leaves can be a little bit subtle like that, so coming around. Again, we're always trying to merge towards this volute. Excuse me. I'll turn it around in a little bit, you can see the other side. And then on this side here, I'm coming downhill. No, this way is downhill. I'm going to carve this up here. And when I get to this leaf, I'm just going to run that underneath. I'm putting a V groove between this leaf and this one, tilting the tool over so that it's giving us a vertical wall against this leaf. Similarly, if I want to divide this leaf up, I can tilt it the other way, like this. And then modelling in here, bringing this leaf down towards the turnover. I'm doing a little bit of work on this. So I'm just working around the leaves. Sometimes they're going to be have a bit of a sharp edge, sometimes a little bit softer, like this one here. I think it'd be nice if we rounded that bit over here, so it's a bit fuller, and then we can hollow out this side of it here. So this one's dropping down. A little bit of a twist perhaps by turning the tool, but keeping it full. I've moved the carving on a little bit, and you can see that I've made more of this groove here. I brought the leaves over, and the volute at this end I'm keeping quite soft. So instead of making all these come in and make hard lines here, this area here is quite soft, quite gentle, which I think makes a nice shape. So with this, coming over here, and we're coming down here, we're into the turnover, so we're going to turn to that next. I'm rounding it over a little bit, this turnover. Make sure we get a nice smooth shape. So the tip of the leaf comes right down, it's the top leaf here comes right down to there. And then I can start shaping some of this bit here. So this outside edge drops away, rises up to the vein, and then drops away down to this edge here. So again, this comes right down to the back here. And then as it comes up here, we're going to have to start undercutting. And I would take perhaps just a 1/4 inch gouge and start chewing away here. It doesn't have to be a hard angle at the bottom here, and it doesn't have to be too deep. We just have to create this big shadow in here, and some down here. So this is starting to undercut down here. So not too deep, because we've got a a degree of weakness here, about 20 degrees or so. Straight down and under here, and then this will just end in a simple junction down the bottom. Now to get in there you might need a bent gouge, as I was saying, to get into here. This might be easier to work. But make sure that's a clean junction under there at the end of the day, and it comes straight down from that top here. This comes straight down to the back. And the line of the outside edge here follows round, and you can cut straight back into the background. So clean this up, and then we'll turn to the top of it, top of the turnover. Here we are with the undercut of the turnover completed. Make sure that's clean in here. There's a little bit of waste here that is actually attached to the back, to the paper. That'll come away when we do the final undercutting. So if I turn it like this, I think you can see how much shadow we get from this turnover by undercutting. It's really nice. So we've still got the center line here and the top to do.